Good evening. For those of you that I've not met before, and I will have met a good many of you in recent months, my name's Les Biggs. I'm the lead officer for the implementation of single status in schools. And in some respects, I'm the one with the good news tonight. The first thing I'd like to say is you do have a briefing in your packs, and I'm not going to go through all of that briefing. What I would like to do is first of all say a very big thank you to governors. Two things. One, when we invited governors to briefing on the task that we were asking them to do in relation to single status, you responded magnificently in June and July. There were around 1,700 places for representatives of schools, and at the end of all of the sessions that we've done, we have actually met with around 1,600, so it was a magnificent attendance at those sessions and briefings that we did. The second thing is, and again, a very big thank you to you all for this, is that we asked you to undertake a task for us and return all the information about your employees and where you were going to grade them or slot them and match them to the profiles, and we asked you to return that by the 20th of September. By that date, 90% of schools who were involved in this did make their returns, and as of about 10 days ago, all governing bodies had made their returns, and so we're now able to quality assure them, and we're able to put them into the pay modeller, and we're able to produce letters for all 12,000 or so employees that will go out to them next month. The other aspect that I want to mention is just simply about the key dates that are in the information pack that you've got. And the first of those key dates, as far as we're concerned, is we made an offer to the trade unions in relation to the Derbyshire package, the pay and grading structure, and the way in which we were intending to implement single status in schools. They've still got that offer. We've not had our formal response from them as yet. We're anticipating that we will have a response by the 16th of October. If we get a positive response and they agree to that package, then we will have a collective agreement, and all employees in schools who are affected by this will get one letter. And it will be a letter that says that the County Council is giving you this new contract and it has been agreed collectively on your behalf by all the various trade unions. So there will be just one letter which will have all the new contract details in it. If we don't get that collective agreement, then we will be writing to all employees, and the letter will go out on the 1st of November, so it should arrive on letterboxes in the few days after that, and that letter will offer them a new contract of employment. And the purpose of that first letter is to get their voluntary acceptance of the new pay, the new conditions of service. We're asking them to reply to that, obviously positively, and accept that offer by the 25th of November. And one of the things that we would like you and head teachers to do, and we anticipate the trade unions will also do, is that you would encourage your employees to accept that voluntary offer. If we don't get that acceptance of a voluntary offer, we will write to them on the 2nd of December, which is 12 weeks before the implementation date, dismissing employees who've not accepted it, and saying that we are going to offer them re-engagement on the same terms and conditions we offered them on the 1st of November. And that process is called a unilateral variation to contract. We will give them until the 10th of January to accept that offer of re-engagement. If after that date an employee has not accepted the new terms and conditions, then they will be dismissed and their employment will end on the 28th of February 2014, the day before we implement on the 1st of March. In relation to other things, as I say, we are feeling quite positive about getting an agreement with the trade unions. Having said that, they may or may not be able to do that. But one thing I do want to mention is about if an employee accepts that offer, they are not throwing away their right of appeal. The contract letter itself will say every employee has the right to appeal against the grade for their job. So in other words, they're going to appeal against the decisions that you have made and the evaluations that we have done. They don't lose that right of appeal. At this point in time, we have not agreed or had any detailed discussions with the trade unions on the appeals process. It does say in the contract letter that when we conclude those discussions, we will write to all relevant employees and tell them the details of that process. We'll also obviously inform you and head teachers, because you will be integral to that process, and we will provide you with any training and appropriate briefings that you need to participate. The commitment that we have given in relation to appeals is that all appeals will be completed, heard, dealt with, finalised by the end of December 2015, so that all employees who have a variation or not in relation to their appeal, that they will have been informed and can be implemented by the time that the protection of earnings ends on the 29th of February 2016. And I think I've covered all the points I wanted to cover. No doubt some of you may or may not have some questions. Can I have the auctioneer's gavel at this point? Okay, thank you very much.